Dominic here from the Fitter Ireland project with Joey, and today we're just going to go through the sliding scale of fat loss. So this is a kind of a theory that we've come up with that helps people understand what adjustments they need to make in terms of their diet and training and lifestyle factors, and based on where they are on that scale of fat loss, whether they have a lot of weight to lose or a small amount of weight to lose. So we have in the graph here somebody's weight. So obviously the more you weigh, the less specific you need to get in your training. And obviously as you go down on this scale, then you need to get a lot more specific, and the detail of what's involved increases as you lose more weight. So a lot of people tend to think that the people who are losing a lot of weight up here are making more progress than the people that are down here, but their percentage change is actually quite similar. So that's where you get into these people that are on like these television shows like The Biggest Loser, and they're losing stones every week, and Mary's down here and she's like, oh, you need to lose like half a stone, why is it so hard for me? So it's to kind of get people to understand. So Joy's going to take you through if the two different typical people we experience, which are the very overweight person and then the person that's looking for that extra 10%. That person is the person who, let's say, only has a half a stone or stone to lose, whereas the person up here is obviously very overweight. Then all their friends, all their family know they need to lose weight, and here's a couple of things that they need to do.
Okay guys, so as Dominic stated, the more overweight you are and the more you have to lose, the less specific you have to be, okay? So the first point we sort of have is just move, okay? Just try something, just do something, get you started on that road to sort of losing the weight. Obviously then a key sort of aspect is stop eating junk, just eat real food, okay? Stop eating all the additives, preservatives, your processed foods, packaged foods, etc. Okay, that's going to be a huge factor. And then also you need to limit your stress, okay? You need to get stress down, your threshold of stress, and increase this to as best you can, okay? So when we sort of move to somebody who has, they'll move to the lower end of the scale and again is looking to maybe just get that last couple of percent or that 10%, okay? That's when things need to get a lot more specific in terms of programming, nutrition, lifestyle changes, etc. Okay, so again, we've got sort of 3 top tips there, or 3 top points written on the board. And one of them would be, that maybe is when it's time to go and find a coach, okay? To sort of get more specific with your training and your nutrition, and find somebody who can look after that for you. Also then, it's going to be the manipulation of hormones, or hormone optimization, okay? And again, this is going to come down to nutrition a lot, guys, because in point number 1 here, when we said stop eating junk, again, it's the hormone response we get from eating the junk that has us in a bad situation. When we come down here, we're going to look to optimize your hormonal output by eating the right stuff, okay? And when you can sort of get the right hormonal profile, that's when you sort of see the magic start to happen. And then obviously a huge factor, guys, when you do get to this end of things, is recovery, because even though it's a really, really good thing, too much of a good thing can be bad if you don't have the proper recovery. So you need to maybe look at getting your stress circle and your training circle in and around the same size, and not have your training circle really, really be a lot bigger than your recovery circle. So
just a small point on that, on the people that are in that last 10%, why recovery as well is so important is they're the overachievers. They're the people that get a little bit too stressed about trying to train more and maybe under-recover. So you need to have, it's the job of the coach up here as well to understand what and when the person can push or needs to take the foot off the gas. And so it's important to understand where you are on that scale. So if you're the sort of person that just needs to go and move, then here's where you're at. But don't expect to look like this person down here if you're coming from up here. You've got to earn the right to move on to this. And that once you get into this sort of range, that's when you start to need a coach that's able to understand the nuances of fat loss, of performance, and how to make you look and move and perform to the best of your capacity. So that's another point for us, and I hope you can make one of our seminars soon.
Thank you.